Carl Gallups is a fundamentalist pastor who actively campaigned for Donald Trump during the 2016 election. In fact, he may have even been in that picture of Christians putting their hand over like Trump's head and praying for him. It was that creepy picture where Trump's sitting down and they all put their hand on him and they're like, oh yes, fucking spirit of Moses and Jigglypuff comes through me and onto Trump. Although I'm not sure if he was in that picture, but there were a bunch of fundamentalist Christians that were in that picture. This guy was either there or at the very least he's, buddy-buddy with those pastors because he was campaigning for Trump. But this guy went on his radio show and he interviewed a man named Mike Shoesmith. And they have some thoughts for us on sexual assault. Let's watch.
A woman wears sexually suggestive clothing around a man. Is that not also sexual assault? Men are visually stimulated, and unwanted stimulation should meet the basic definition of assault. I'm not condoning bad behavior by men, but women need to understand that by walking around in their little sister's skirt, they are guilty of indecent visual assault on a man's imagination, which does cause mental anguish and torment, especially on men who are really trying to live in harmony and respect toward women. When a man sees a naked or partially dressed woman, a chemical reaction happens in his brain. Neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin are released, giving him an involuntary surge of pleasure. Notice the word involuntary there. Men are in a state of constant sexual assault by women who either don't understand the severity of what they're doing because, it's cute and they like the attention, or worse, they do know the feelings it stirs and like the control they have over men.
If it was reversed, if a guy in an office setting, say, where professional dress was expected, but then the next thing you know, he goes into the bathroom and comes back out with a very sexually suggestive outfit, whatever that would be, and started parading in amongst the women that he worked with, I guarantee you there would be sexual harassment claims, even some would try to make sexual assault claims in the culture that we're living in today. So the point being, and the science claims that women are not nearly as visually stimulated as men as a whole. Right. I know there are exceptions, etc. But so when you reverse it and it's sexual assault, why wouldn't it be sexual assault by the way you're describing it?
Well, especially when you consider the science of all of this.
Exactly.
It's involuntary. It's involuntary.
Wow. So that's interesting. The claim is, hey, women existing is basically sexual assault. If they exist and they happen to wear something that a man finds very attractive, well, that's basically sexual assault, right? No, sexual assault is physically doing something. Just because you are horny as fuck and you looking at a woman triggers something in your brain if she's dressed a certain way doesn't make it sexual assault. And no, even in the counterexample he gives, like, if a guy's wearing something suggestive, that's sexual assault. No, it's not. No, it's not. It might be, weird for whatever environment you're talking about. If it's at work and some guy walks out of the bathroom wearing booty shorts or some shit, yeah, like that would be weird, but that's not sexual assault. You might be breaking the work dress code, but that's not sexual assault. A woman wearing a short skirt, that ain't sexual assault. Wearing some sort of top that shows cleavage or something, that is not sexual assault. But notice, and this is why this is such a fascinating story, they've come full circle. Bad choice of words. Throwing the word come in there in this context of this story, not the best idea. But these are the people who's Sharia law, fucking stupid Sharia law, Muslims. They're so extreme in their beliefs. We can't have Sharia law here in the U.S. What they want is Sharia law. They want Christian Sharia law. Saudi Arabia, they tell women, bitch, you better cover from head to toe. Why? Men have an involuntary reaction. They have the chemical reaction in their brain when they see you wearing something revealing, and they can't help themselves, and you're basically sexually assaulting men. So it's not that I'm oppressing you by telling you to cover up, bitch, from head to toe. It's that you're oppressing me by simply existing and wearing something that's not a burqa. Oh, please. But that's what they want. That's basically the implication of what they're calling for here. Women showing skin. Yeah, it's basically sexual assault. We really should cover them because they're oppressing us so much. No, that would be you oppressing them. That's what that would be. But they can't see it that way because they're blinded by their religion and they're blinded by their fundamentalist far-right ideology. And the incredible, people on the right love to say that liberals play the victim. This is the biggest victim culture shit I've ever seen. Oh, you offended my eyeball with how you look, so now I must cover you up. No, stop playing a victim. You're not a victim if there's a woman walking around in a short skirt or showing cleavage. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. That's not an invitation for you to walk up and slap her ass or grab her tit or start fingering her or some shit. Grow up. Stop acting like an immature little bitch who can't handle your impulses. Do you have that low of a view of men? What you're saying is kind of sexist towards men. Like, oh, what, men can't handle it? If you see a woman who's attractive, you can't handle it? You gotta fucking fall all over yourself and start drooling? Pathetic you guys are.